This is part 2 of Best Practices in Adolescent Literacy, presented by Diane Savage. My additional resource in disciplinary literacy was by Shanahan and Shanahan. As I looked for additional resources, their names continued to come up. A lot of what I read was more of the same, but what popped out at me was this idea of content area literacy, which is not the same as disciplinary literacy. Previously, core subject teachers referred to the reading their students did as content area literacy. Content area literacy focuses on study skills and learning from subject matter specific texts. Disciplinary literacy, by contrast, is an emphasis on the knowledge and abilities possessed by those who create, communicate, and use knowledge within the disciplines. Content literacy emphasizes techniques that a novice might use to make sense of a disciplinary text, like how to study a history book for an exam. Disciplinary literacy emphasizes the unique tools that the experts in a discipline use to participate in the work of that discipline. Additional resource, vocabulary. Where content reading and content literacy and disciplinary literacy differ is a good example is use of vocabulary. Content literacy deals with memorizing terms and definitions, whereas disciplinary literacy takes it deeper. For example, in science, disciplinary literacy involves understanding Greek and Latin roots to fully understand concepts and how they relate to one another. It allows for more precise definitions. So, for example, class, genome, and species, organisms are classified using Greek and Latin roots, and you can see which ones fall in the same class, genome, and species based on the root used to describe the creature or name the creature. In history, a lot of terms are metaphorical, so they're less precise, and memorization doesn't allow for full understanding of these terms. For example, what's the Golden Age? If you take that literally, I think most students would picture streets paved in gold and gold gilded mirrors and windows and all kinds of other stuff like that. But that's not what it means. So you have to talk about, okay, well, when gold is used, what does it typically symbolize? Wealth, prosperity, what else? That sounds more like an English lesson to me when I'm teaching Gatsby and the gold car, but it applies to history as well. I wish I had gotten this all in one narration. These are my resources. Thank you for listening to my presentation.